I grew up in Chiredzi, which is a small town in Zimbabwe. But my first experience with wildlife was in my early 20s. During my master's degree, we had to do a research project of our own choice. I decided to carry out a research project related to wildlife conservation and chose to do African wild dogs, something I had no experience on but was fascinated by them. Through this whole process, I became more interested in wildlife ecology and realized that I was passionate about protecting wildlife. And I felt a connection to the wildlife and the bush. My further studies took me to the University of Oxford in the UK. Here I was able to interact with people from across the world and from all walks of life and cultures. I became aware that the world is greatly divided when it comes to issues like politics, conservation, race, equality, and many others. In most places across the world where you find wildlife, you also find communities living alongside that wildlife. Wildlife is an important resource that is critical to their economies and for the livelihoods of these communities. I have been fortunate to study wildlife and work in some of the most beautiful wildlife areas in Zimbabwe. But I have also experienced firsthand the cost that the communities living alongside wildlife have to bear, with little to no benefit from doing so. Their livestock gets killed by wild animals. Their crops get damaged. They also get killed or injured by wildlife. These communities have a right to decide for themselves how they want to manage their resources, and they should benefit from their resources. This will incentivize the protection of these resources. Many people across the world have their own opinions on how conservation and many other issues should be done. And I believe that it's a good thing, because this is how humanity has been evolving. But there comes a time when people should come together and work together to find the best suitable solutions for their challenges. People across the world have become so polarized about how wildlife should be protected. We have to understand that wildlife conservation is very complex and there is no one-size-fits-all solution. It's not about who is wrong or which side you are on. We need to come to the table and find the best conservation strategies that will protect wildlife and improve community livelihoods in each of the wildlife areas across the world. When we all work together, we can have a positive influence on conservation outcomes, which would benefit both the wildlife and our communities.